Did you know for each credit card that you open, banks can make upwards of $300? Some of this money comes out of interest payments and late fees. But what a lot of people don't realize is banks make a lot of money out of merchant fees. For example, let's say you spend $100 with your credit card at Nike. Now, your bank will charge Nike $3 just for processing the transaction, and Nike will get to keep the remaining $97. All these transaction fees add up and make your bank rich. And this is why banks will reward you in the form of cashback, points, or miles just for using their credit card. But did you know that card issuers can add, modify, and even delete benefits or services at their own discretion? Just because you're getting 5% cashback today, that doesn't mean that will be the case next year. It could be higher or even lower. I signed up for a credit card primarily because there was no foreign transaction fee, but the bank ended up changing their terms and introducing a foreign transaction fee. Banks can even change your interest rate and increase or even decrease your credit limit whenever they want. Now, let's say your benefits get changed or your bank introduces a better credit card with even better benefits. You can simply request an upgrade or downgrade to the new credit card. All you have to do is call them and ask them politely to switch you over to a different card. Upgrading or downgrading your credit card is much better than canceling and opening up a new credit card, because doing that will hurt your credit history and negatively impact your credit score. This also works on credit cards with annual fees. So if you have a credit card with an annual fee that you simply don't want to pay for anymore, request a downgrade to a different card with no annual fee. Speaking of fees, did you know that banks can waive your annual fee and late fee? I myself have forgotten to pay one of my credit cards back in college, and it felt really bad getting hit with a $20 late fee. That was like a whole Bitcoin back then. At the time, I called my bank and politely asked them to waive the late fee, and they did. Banks will waive late fees once a year if you ask nicely. They will also waive annual fees on your credit card if you tell them you're unsure about keeping it. There are numerous studies that show that paying with cash is more painful than paying with a credit or debit card. When you pay with cash, you see the money leaving your wallet and becoming thinner. Now, if you pay with a credit card, you don't see the money leaving you, so you feel less pain, and that makes you more likely to spend even more money. This is part of the reason why people fall into credit card debt. So if you're in credit card debt, it's not totally your fault. It's your bank's fault for tricking your brain. Now, if you find yourself struggling to pay off credit card debt, call your bank. Almost all credit card issuers have forbearance programs, and depending on the institution, they can offer lowering interest rates, lowering monthly payments, waiving late fees, and even other special repayment plans. When you use a credit card, you're using the bank's money. It's not your money, so you have to pay back the credit card debt. Now, what I love about that is because it's the bank's money, we get a lot more protection from purchases of items that are defective, falsely advertised, or even fraudulently made. I love online shopping, but there have been times where the seller just flat out lied about the product they were selling, and times where the seller just sent me the completely wrong product. In those cases, I explained the situation to my bank, they stepped in, refunded me, and then they sorted out the situation with the seller. In a way, using a credit card gives me a peace of mind because I know I'll be protected no matter what. Remember in fact 2 when I said, but did you know that card issuers can add, modify, and even delete benefits or services at their own discretion? Well, they can even close your credit card for many reasons, and some of them being delinquencies, defaults, and even inactivity. Banks don't like lending money to you if you're not going to be using it because they simply can't make money off of you. They would rather give that line of credit to somebody else and make money off of them. So make sure you use your credit cards once in a while. I have over 10 credit cards, and for the ones I don't use much, I just buy a small item once a year like a pack of gum and immediately pay it off. If banks do close your credit card, that will hurt your credit history and your credit score. Depending on the credit card that you have, you can transfer your points to airlines, car rentals, hotels, and more. Sometimes you get more value out of your points that way. Other than points, miles, and cashback rewards, which plenty of cards offer these days, certain cards offer extra benefits, such as extra warranty, where they will add 1 to 3 years on top of the manufacturer's warranty. So if something goes wrong with your item, they will either credit you or replace the product free of charge. Automatic rental car insurance, so you don't have to purchase any coverage from rental car companies. And additional cashback offers, as you can see here. When you sign up for a credit card, whether your application gets approved or not, the bank you just applied for a credit card on will sell your credit worthiness to other credit card companies. And then other credit card companies will start spamming you with offers for their credit cards. Banks make a fortune out of credit cards, so your credit worthiness is like Bitcoin to them. Or should I say gold for all the boomers out there. What most people don't realize is you can opt out of the spam credit card offers. Just go to optoutprescreen.com or call this number right here. Watch this video over here to find out the best investments you can make for 2023.